Whenever people hear the word sales, they tend to relate it to pressure, timeline, target, deadline, endless follow-up and whatnot. But I have spent enough time in Design Cafe to tell you with enough conviction that that is not the case here. And how is that possible? Let's find out. So welcome back to Design Cafe's YouTube channel and the very first episode of Life at Design Cafe, where we explore stories, people, culture and basically everything that brings Design Cafe to life. So today I'm going to meet the expert sales manager of Design Cafe, and he is going to share with us all his suggestions, learning and experiences. So please welcome the expert sales manager, none other than Guru Swami. Hello, hi Guru.
Hi Rukmini, how are you?
So nice to meet you, man. And I'm so happy and so excited to do this today. So Guru, tell me, how is your day like over here? Are there too many meetings? Is it too much intense? How is it?
There's definitely a good amount of meetings, but it's not like it's very tiring. So there is some breather for you. And one more thing, it's always better when we have a lot of meetings. That means my day has gone productive.
Is it very stressful? I mean, like too many meetings, is it very stressful?
Not really. So it's pretty fun actually. So sometimes what happens is there have been cases where I may not be able to address a certain question or a clarity which the client wants. So what we do is I just walk out of the room, I take a second from the client. I'll say, okay, let me just check with someone who knows this better. I come down with my friends, I check with them like, hey, what do you think we have to do with this? What do you think will direct the client toward a closure? So we speak about it. So when there are multiple brains thinking, right? So you get a better solution. So it's always fun when there are meetings happening. So a lot of things happen in the background.
I think another pointer to note is that you should be open to ask around for suggestions.
Of course, you should be shameless to ask things with people because you cannot grow without learning, right? So if you don't know anything, if you're super egoistical thinking that, okay, let me do it myself, you might not be able to learn the maximum things. So you might not be able to know at least 95% of that specific knowledge. So it's always better to have a third or a fourth perspective to things. So about a year back, I had one of my high value clients. So the initial call with them went like, the client really wanted to have a consultation with us, but their home was super far away. And they said that this vicinity does not have good parking. So where am I gonna park? It's gonna be hectic for me to bring this car. I was like, hey, chill, you come down over here. I'll take care of everything. So the client also had a very specific design theme in mind. So when they explained the theme, it was called Japandi. I was like, hey, we can handle this. It's not a problem. We have worked on such projects before. And I told the client to come down to the experience center. So what I did a little differently was this guy specified that he doesn't want to park. It gets very hectic. So I told him like, hey, just 200 meters before you arrive at our experience center, give me a ring. I'll be waiting for you with the valet. So he came, he gave me a ring. I was already down with the valet. It was like 3 seconds. He got off the car, he went off. So then he came up and I had informed my designer to prepare a mood board which will be in line with the design theme which the client expected. So my designer was sitting here with a full bunch of A4 sheets. So we didn't want to show them a, let's say, laptop, take them through the picture, through the slides. We actually showed them live samples and we were starting to draw on design options on the paper itself. So this interaction was for the client was definitely great. They loved it. In 3 days, they went ahead with us.
Wow, in 3 days.
And he put a feedback saying that, okay, Guru's sales experience was really good because he came and opened the car. I was like, oh, shit. Like, I didn't know, just
you
doing
don't really expect that, right?
It was a small thing for me. I just wanted to make his life a little bit easier. But for him, that was something which added value. So he was able to bring that trust. And till today, that's been one of my best client interactions. Did not have any escalations throughout. So the project handed over really well. So
I think these small things are what counts, right? It's not always in sales you tend to think like talking, but I think smaller gestures, how you make the person feel, that also counts a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so tell me something. In sales itself, there's a lot of internal competition, right? If I'm not wrong, you've been here for almost 3+ years now. So is that the same here also?
There is no, let's say, aggressive competition over here. We would definitely like to stand at the top, but again, nobody competes against each other. So if...
Come on, thoda bahut, like little bit to it is there, right?
I mean, every sales individual will have that personal ego where they want to stand out and be the best. But again, as one thing about Design Cafe is this does not appreciate or provide any benefit who are going with individual aggression. So my first client, basically I had a telephonic conversation with them. So I was super excited for leads. I was waiting for 2-3 weeks. I wasn't getting any leads, and the first lead just came up. What I did is I immediately called the clients in 2 minutes. They were like, "Hey boss, I just called your call center guy. Why are you calling?" I was like, "No ma'am, I'm just really excited to speak." And I understand they had an immediate requirement. They had the property in possession. So I thought that this was the right time to approach them and see if we can have an opportunity to have them on board. So the client in fact was expecting a quicker turnaround time, and I had immediately reached out to them, and within like half an hour. So the original meeting was planned like 5 days ahead, but I told them like, let's have a more productive discussion. Why don't you get on a virtual call with me? Let me capture your requirements. So when you come down on Sunday, I'll be ready with your code. So you can probably let us know whether it's a yes or a no, because you have the urgency to move in quicker. So the client liked that idea and that approach. So we got on a quick call virtually and captured all the requirements, and at that time I did not know if I was assigning the right designer. So usually we need to ensure that the client is able to connect with the designer and able to discuss their aesthetics and functional needs freely. So the client and the designer were able to connect very well, and Sunday they had come back for the face-to-face interaction. The experience center walkthrough went well, and the proposal landed within their budget. But there was one blocker, not from the client, but my designer told me that, "Hey, why don't you get a senior involved?" I was a little nervous myself, but again, we all come with a little bit of an extra ego, I say, whoever is in sales. So I was like, it's okay. Let me try handling this one. If I'm going to make a mistake, that's it. That's what it is. So I went into the closure discussion. We were talking numbers, and we closed the client on spot.
In general, are you very approachable? Like, are you very intimidating, or are you very approachable?
I mean, I do have that nazar buttu kind of face, but I'm quite approachable. I'm really friendly, so I'm not as scary as I look.
He's just safeguarding his image.
Yeah, little bit.
Yeah? So are you as a person, are you very introverted? Like, do you find it very difficult to talk to people, or is it like, okay?
Not necessarily. So if you ask me personally, it's pretty tough for me to open up to people. But when it comes to a client interaction or any kind of official interaction, right, it's cakewalk. I can speak with anybody. I can go talk to a chair.
Talk to a chair.
Hello. Hi. Yeah.
So tell me, like, when you came in, you had anything in mind, like, how is it going to be? Is it going to be very stressful? It's a sales job. Like, did you have any preconceived notions like that?
Not really. So definitely there was some amount of idea thinking that what if the pressure is too high, right? But again, when I walked in, people made it so comfortable. I saw that they were not really stressed. So that made me feel like, okay, you can also keep going. It's not a big deal. And yeah, salespeople in general, we come with some kind of confidence. So none of us get scared against numbers. So
is it confidence or overconfidence?
There's like a fine line between them, right? You need to know when you're crossing it. So we try to stay under the overconfidence line.
So is it something like fake it till you make it as a...
Not necessarily. So one good thing I like working over here is that there is no need for me to, sell the product. So my role over here is to give the customer an experience. So it's more like I'm consulting with them. So I don't try to push something on them. So sales is pretty easy. So all I need to do is transparently talk about the product, educate the client about what our offerings are, and ensure that they are having the best of experience. So that eventually will lead to a sale.
Got it. Yeah. But don't you have this thing when you try to understand so much from the client perspective, right? Don't you have this thing going on in your head that I have to close this deal, like...
Not necessarily. So of course, I would love to close a lot of deals, but again, I would rather focus on a longer term relationship with the client. Because see, if you were my client and first thing I talk about is numbers, like, hey, when do you want to book? You're going to think like, hey, this guy is too transactional. Is this the right place for me to, put my money in? So that's what we do different. We rather give them an experience. So it's not always about the money. If I am understanding the client's lifestyle really well, I am giving them solutions for their functional and aesthetical needs, eventually it will lead to the closure.
Okay, how do you think Design Cafe stands out compared to the other competitors in the market, like you said? Has it ever happened somebody has come and told you, oh, but there I went, they gave a better pricing, you are charging so much?
I mean, the better pricing bit is a very tricky one, right? So what I would say is we have a lot of research into our brand, so we just don't sell random stuff, right? So if in case I'm going to give a functional kitchen for a client, there is a dedicated R&D team who has put in the effort to make sure that this specific product lasts, let's say, at least for a decade for them, right? So that makes a lot of difference, because most companies out there, they just try to sell boxes. We don't try to sell boxes, we are trying to sell them a solution. So how we place ourselves compared to other brands in the market, I would say we have a lot of good USPs. We definitely have a slight premium cost, but that's what you're paying for the experience, right? So you can't expect to, have the same taste for 100 rupees biryani and 1,000 rupees biryani. There's like a huge difference. There's a difference between Tata and there's a difference between Land Rover. So both are owned by Tata, right? So what difference Design Cafe makes is we have a bunch of USPs. One is definitely that we are vertically integrated. So from the start till the end, it's all under Design Cafe's head. And we stand out with the amount of catalog options which we offer for the client. So there is no restriction in terms of designs. So we offer personalized design solutions which will cater to every individual specific need. So we both might have different requirements. So these can be catered to by us.
Okay, Guru, we have been speaking for a long time now. And before I close, I want you to tell me 3 takeaways from your experience in Design Cafe.
So one thing I would say is it's been about 3 years that I've been working along with Design Cafe, and the learning experience has been fantastic. I've never had a flat line in my career with Design Cafe. So a couple of takeaways are definitely on how I can approach a person. So as I started the conversation, I'm slightly introverted. So before I was on a call, I mean, it's an inside sales job where you need to pick up calls and speak behind, right? It was never a direct facing role. So after coming down to Design Cafe, where I'm required to meet new people, interact with them, and make sure they have a good experience, I'm starting to, speak to people and becoming slightly extroverted, I would say. So I can approach people without any hesitation, like without having the fear to be judged. So I can speak to them confidently. And yeah, when I speak about confidence, my confidence level has shot up. It's off the roof now. So that is definitely with the kind of accomplishments which I have been having, gotten a chance to, have through Design Cafe. And finally, like, there is no ego barrier over here. So it's always, as I said, it's a learning experience, right? So every day there is one thing or the other thing which you're always learning from your peers. So it could be my colleague from the sales department, design, it could be even a HR, but the learning is always there.
So Guru, finally, if you have to give one suggestion to anybody who wants to come in sales role, give one suggestion to the audience for whosoever is aspiring to be in sales.
So somebody who would like to come into a sales role, what I would suggest them to do is definitely focus on being confident and putting your thoughts clearly to clients. Because one thing is, this is not rocket science. All you need to do is communicate, make things crisp and clear for the clients, and make sure whatever knowledge you're transferring to them is accurate, and you don't build or try to be a con man salesman. You need to keep up with what the product is and be transparent about what you're offering. So clients usually look at experience, transparency, and the price point definitely. So if all of these checks in, right, I think you're on a good road to becoming a great sales manager.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Guru.
you.
It was wonderful talking to you. I mean, there was so much of learning, and I have never seen somebody who is in sales and as calm as you.
Thank you.
And I had a great time. Thank you so much.
Likewise. It was really nice meeting you.
Same here.
Bye-bye.
Bye. So that's it for today. I'll see you again in the next episode of Life at Design Cafe. Till then, make sure to like, share and subscribe, and click on the bell icon to never miss an update from Design Cafe. This is me, Rukmini Saha, signing off. Just speak normally. Our bosses have asked us.
I'll
Hi.
try to speak normally. Okay, I didn't silence this, I'm sorry.
So, Harsha, I'm saying.
It's okay, I can be Harsha.